Namaste everyone. Thank you for joining in this video. So this is the second part of a video series that I have been doing on uncovering the signs of a weak moon. And in the last video, I actually covered 3 out of 7 symptoms where your moon may be weak or afflicted. Okay. So the first symptom of a weak moon is that of being an overachiever. The second symptom is that of being someone who seeks constant attention as well as validation. The third symptom is that of someone who is hyper independent or hyper dependent. Okay. Coming to the fourth symptom, if you have a perfectionist approach towards anything in your life, then it means that you have a disturbed moon. Okay. Now, perfectionist is a term which is very, very glorified. Okay. You have certain actors who are called Mr. Perfectionists. You have certain meticulous people who like to be known as perfectionists. But you have to understand that life isn't perfect. Okay? No one's life is perfect. Okay. So because life is not life is a constant flux. Life is never going to be perfect. So you are never going to be perfect. Okay. So this perfectionist approach also creates an idea that failure is bad. But then if you look at it, without failing, you cannot learn anything new. You cannot become good at anything without failing. Okay. So if you have this perfectionist approach where you have to get things right every single time, you have to get things perfectly every single time, then it means that you have a disturbed moon or an afflicted moon. Okay. The fifth symptom of a badly afflicted moon is when you try to shower people with gifts and money in the name of love. Okay, now this may sound strange to people. People might think that, giving things is one of the best ways to show love. But then there are other ways to show love as well. For example, if you are really in love with someone, you can support that person unconditionally. That does not require you any money. Okay. If you love a certain person, you can actually feed that person with food cooked with your own hands. That does not require you to do anything outlandish. Okay. Maybe, you can give a dedicated amount of time to a certain person whom you love. And the gift of time is the best gift that you can give to one whom you love rather than money or rather than any any material gift, okay, material benefit. So if you have this habit of showing love with gifts and money only, then it means that you have a damaged moon. Okay. The next sign of a damaged moon is that if you're never satisfied in your life as well as in your relationships, you'll see a lot of people who get into relationships, but then they get into problems with their partners. Okay. There are a lot of people who hop from one job to the other. Okay. They cannot have a stable career. Okay. They each and every day they will find new problems with the workspace so that they can simply jump into another work or another career. Okay. There are a lot of people who have a lot of money, but they are never satisfied with the car that they have, with the bike that they have. So that is another reason, this dissatisfaction is another symptom of having a afflicted mood. Okay. The last symptom that I'll be discussing is a condition where people cannot articulate their words properly. Okay. And this is actually a childhood trauma that people carry. As a child, if you have been shut down by your parents, which is very common in India, okay. If you have been shut down by your parents, if you have not been allowed to speak as a child, it happens with a lot of in a lot of areas where girls are still considered to be inferior to boys, especially in India as well as in Africa and some parts of Africa. So if you don't have that ability to express your feelings in proper words, or if you cannot articulate your thoughts properly, if you cannot articulate your feelings properly, then also it means that you have a traumatized moon which is afflicted. Okay. So the good thing about this symptom is that you can actually learn proper articulation. You can learn how to articulate yourself. how to articulate your thoughts, how to articulate your feelings in proper words. So this can be learned. Okay. And all of these 7 symptoms, if you try to identify in yourself or in others, there are a lot of ways to overcome them. Okay, there are a lot of ways to overcome them. And the first way to overcome this emotional, these signs is to engage yourself in physical labor. Okay. So as a society, we have lost you know, our will to work in physical jobs. We either like to work from home, without trying to get into the road to travel, or we try to, sit. The careers have become such that we have to sit in front of the computer all day long. Okay, so that actually leads to a lot of trauma building up. Okay, and you must have heard a lot of people dying from work pressure. Okay, recently, very recently in India, female working for a corporate entity committed suicide, citing workload pressure. So all these symptoms which I have discussed in this video and in the previous video are can be overcome if you engage yourself in physical activity. Okay, try to have a digital detoxification every day. Okay, maybe go for a walk by keeping your phone at home, or just be in a room doing something that you like without the use of any screen. Okay, be away from your screens, either from your computer or from your laptop or from your television or from your mobile. Just be away from your screen for 1 hour and detoxify yourself from all the digital devices that you have. That is another very, very effective way to overcome these symptoms. Okay. And astrologically, if you ask me, what is the remedy, what is the astrological remedy for overcoming this, then the easiest remedy is to offer water at a shivling, at a Shiva temple every day for 41 continuous days at the same time, starting from a Monday. Okay. Offer water to Jal Abhishek on a shivling at a Shiva temple starting on a Monday for 41 continuous days. Okay, at the same time. This is one of the easiest, of course, it's easier said than done because you have to maintain that time, but it is one of the easiest ways to shed off all the traumas that you have been carrying, not only in this lifetime, but perhaps from your previous lifetimes as well. Okay, so that's it from me in this video. Please subscribe to the channel, like the content if you find it useful, and do let me know if you found value from this video. And if you did, then please share this video with your friends and family. As always, you can reach out for a personalized consultation at the number given in the description box. I'll see you soon in yet another video. Namaste. Om Gurave Namaha.